to get a victory. That would be, I guess this could be match point, right? If B gets this, since it is a best of 5. So B should be having some nice confidence here with PuppyPaw being, arguably maybe the favored player in this matchup, having already been qualified for that main Red Bull Wololo event. We've got China versus Abyssid on the pit.
Yep, very curious to see how this one's gonna go. I played both Civs here. They feel okay, but like I said, if I'm PuppyPaw, maybe I just bust out a Barbican Rush, see what happens. Because like I said, the distance is so short, you can 100% do it. It kind of feels a bit weird to split the map, I guess. Technically, you can wall up the sides, but it's going to take so much wood.
Takes a lot, yeah, a lot of resources.
Yeah, it's not really kind of viable to do it super early on.
Not only the cost of the wall, the time it takes, because it's such a large wall to construct.
Yeah, and then you have this weird, do you wall off after the sacred sites or before? Because if you wall off before sacred sites, then you lose all the resources, like those deer we're seeing now. But if you wall off after, it's like you're basically an opponent's base. Like, that's how close the distance is. So that's why I feel like booming on this map might be a bit difficult. At the same time, there's a possibility that both players go for second TC. And it's like, you shouldn't do it, but then both players do it because both civs they have the gentleman's agreement that we'll both go boom. So
yeah,
I think either is possible, but I would love to see a Barbican Rush for a potential last game.
Now, one interesting thing there, if we could maybe click on the House of Wisdom for B, I'm kind of curious how close that is to that lumber camp. One thing about playing Abyss on this map, with that tree line being so far away, that's connecting that building takes a few more purposeful houses. As far as when you're building this base, you got to kind of think about that.
Yeah, luckily his stone and gold are on the same side. So
yep, that's good for him.
There's at least that, but also mill will not be connected. Oh, he doesn't have mill, by the way. So
yeah, it is easier to connect the mill now. That is one change they did make for Abyssid. It's got a little more reach there, but yeah, he'll at least need a house to connect that.
Yeah, this still might be early wheelbarrow, just the other way around it, I guess, to get it. And I prefer to get my mill nice and early because you never know if the opponent is going to be super aggressive. And I like to get those berries out of the way. And we do see that Imperial Academy. So no Barbican rushing.
Yep. I'm not entirely surprised. Sure, he could maybe pull off a Barbican, but he's in a situation here. He needs a point to stay alive in this series. And if the Barbican Rush failed, it could be maybe just too much of a risk for him, but I guess that probably depends on your play style and your chances you want to take.
Yeah, and I think this, if PuppyPaw decides to go 2TC, then it puts pressure on B, I think, because obviously China should win out in the late game, right? So whenever there's a situation where one civ is better than the other, whether it's in feudal or castle or imperial, the other civ wants to go away from it, right? So if China is good in castle and imperial, then Abyssid wants to either avoid that or be on equal footing or even ahead. So we might see B go for 1 TC into aggression, or we might see him go triple TC to kind of accompany that Song Dynasty 2 TC. But do I see a bunch of villagers moving across the map?
And there in the middle? Yeah, I do see some villagers. Is that a Barbican?
That is a barbecue right there.
Okay, so there it is.
It rained a little bit. We had to delay the barbecue, but the rain stopped, and the barbecue is coming in hot.
This is a play out of B's playbook, because this is what he did when he's played against you. He denied it that he did it late the second time.
Let's be honest. If anyone deserves to get barbecue rushed, it's B. So the thing is this fast enough? Because I feel like an archer might pop out.
Yeah, I don't know. There's being built.
Does B know?
He could I don't know. He might not know. Yeah, I feel like you would hear it going, whatever that sound makes.
There's no way he sees it.
No, I don't think he's aware.
I think that was fixed as well, by the way. I don't think.
Oh, really? You can't hear it anymore?
Yeah, I think it was fixed in the last patch. So I think he has no idea, and he does not he's not suspicious of this at all, by the way, because he saw the Imperial Academy. Look, he's going across the map to scout.
Oh boy. Well, he's about to find out as he takes a shot there. Probably going to lose at least one villager. One goes down. He still has to pull it, so he has not seen it. He might be thinking that's the ping from his scout, and he's lost already 2 villagers. That's what's going on, and now he's reacted and realized, oh shit, I gotta run.
Yeah, and that's why I like going for berries early, you know? If he... This is going to be rough. He's going for an camel archer now, and he denied 2 berry patches, by the way.
Oh, is that a tower now?
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to keep going.
You're so right. Not? This is a little taste of B's own medicine here, as we now have a tower on the wood line, and B trying to react, but a little caught off guard. This is a surprise. We talked about, like, would he take a risk? It's like, no, he didn't take the H1 risk. He went for the bait and switch and did it late.
He doesn't even know what the tower. He doesn't see it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
It's going to drop another one?
Yeah, just drop it right there.
Okay, he sees it.
That is an optimistic tower.
An optimistic.
Yeah, it's an optimistic tower for sure.
Okay, so still gets a second town center though. But yeah, that berry being denied. We've got. It looks like he's just gonna fall back and start getting taking some of his berries there. So a wild start to this game here, where Beast hoping to maybe get the W, but PuppyPaw showing that he's got plenty of fight left in him.
Yeah, I wonder if PuppyPaw did not expect Abbasid here, because Abbasid, like I said, you can build rams, right? So if this gets, let's say he had 4 more towers, it's not that bad. You just make a ram and you slowly start cleaning them up. So maybe he expected another civ here, and that was his kind of plan all along. But also, the problem with this map in Barbican Rush is if you do it on one side, you can't really reach the other side. You know, most maps you can just rotate super easily, but not really on this map because the way that it was laid out. And I wonder if maybe making a Barbican on this side would have been a better choice, because then he denies gold, stone, double deer pack, more gold, but then the barriers are open, right? So then you run into a different kind of problem.
Yeah, I guess he just chose to deny those 2 berry patches. But yeah, you're kind of right. Like, I feel like Beast's still just doing fine, right? He's still got a second TC. The worst thing that happened, honestly, was just losing 2 villagers. He could have scouted maybe and instantly got away from it. But he is building a ram and will likely be taking out that tower, followed by the Barbican.
Yeah, and he sees the stone from PuppyPaw. He sees the second TC as well right now. And he's going for a 3rd TC, maybe even 4th. Because 2 TC song is really strong. Like it's not 2 TC. It's you know, stronger than that, right? So B is gonna try to one up that, and we'll see where it's like a game of chicken. You know, we'll see who's gonna stop first.
Yep, and that ram getting built, it is an investment, of course, he had to make early on to get that, but he's gonna be able to take out that tower and probably move forward towards that Barbican. But yes, 3rd TC coming down on the berry bush the forward. He says, I don't care about your Barbican. I'll just go down here by the sacred site.
Hell yeah, brother. Just setting it up right there.
Ram moving in.
I mean, this ram is just gonna, you know, kill this very slowly, right? And does he lose the Song Dynasty if he loses the Barbican?
I believe you do. I would like a confirmation of that, as I am not a China main myself, but I thought you would. It would make sense at least. You lose your golden age if you lose your buildings. You don't,
apparently
says chat.
You don't. That's OP.
Yeah, I feel like that's not unfair. Why do you lose a golden age then?
Crack it in the chat saying, Beasty, come on. I'm sorry I don't lose my landmarks with China.
I don't build China landmarks, so I don't know.
I build my landmarks at home, so you know.
I built one, the House of Wisdom.
Yeah. I just keep them safe. I don't need them outside of the map, so it is what it is. But yeah, this is gonna go down, and the big tower that is Barbican will be going down, and I'm assuming this is never gonna be repaired because it's pretty deep into the enemy territory. What? Hold up!
Oh, Villager's trying to kill the ram, and I think he's gonna get it. Oh, Archers jump out, but it might not be fast enough. I think that ram's gonna go down. Ooh, that stinks. But losing a few villagers, maybe more impactful than killing the Barbican for now, but losing that ram really stinks.
I mean, I kind of like it because the 300 wood is a lot of resource like this early. Like, yeah, he's gonna make another one, but you know, he's still gonna get some of those berries. And B will eventually run out of this side, so he's kind of forced to remake the ram, and I don't mind the trade. Maybe he should bail now, PuppyPaw on that side with those villagers. You know, just evacuate them, be safe. And we do see both players very much committing into feudal.
I'm enjoying this. This isn't like, it doesn't feel very standard. It's like all kinds of craziness going on, right? We've got PuppyPaw in the middle of B's base, kind of. Then you've got B's has 3 TC spread out across the map, kind of to that midpoint, and a scrappy feudal age fight getting ready to happen here.
Yep, and the thing is, in this one, I definitely favor China. I mean, look at the unit count at the top of our overlay. That is a lot of that is a lot of units for PuppyPaw. And the thing is, horsemen obviously counter the dynasty units we have here, but once you have enough of them, they just melt like everything. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a horseman or whatever; they just kind of shoot and melt through everything. So he needs to be careful, because I feel like in big masses. Oh, you're just yoinking the gold. All right, I like that.
I don't know if he scouted yet. I personally, I think one of the most terrifying sounds in the game is playing against China and hearing the Zugnu firing. It's so menacing.
Yeah, they sound
like
cool.
A machine gun.
I think with this kind of Chinese changes we've had recently, you're gonna see them much more in the gameplay. Yeah, like you're gonna see them much more being made in feudal, and maybe even like castle, because you're gonna go from feudal to castle, maybe upgrade them and stuff. Where before it's like, you know, kind of like get me out of here in feudal, like you're just trying to leave it as fast as you can. And that Barbican, slowly but surely, will go down.
Yep, so Barbican down, but as we know for sure, it still keeps his dynasty up, so no fear there. And take out the wolf there on the sacred side. As villagers moving out to the south side could be a little bit vulnerable to if the Zugnu move up, which I think they inevitably are going to do.
Now
he's showing off. There it is, Tang Dynasty. Well, you know, we didn't know because it doesn't say in the middle of the screen, Tang Dynasty.
Wait, it says you just gotta know Chinese. Easy.
Yeah.
Just learn Chinese. I mean,
easy. Okay, here we go. We've got both armies moving forward, but B kind of caught off guard. I'm not sure if he's honestly had scouted how many units are there, but natural fashion, B's got his horsemen somewhere else, getting ready to party as PuppyPaw is advancing.
Yeah, I generally think that B had no clue that he has this many units. I mean, why would you run like soul archers into this grinding machine we see here? And there's Ram as well from PuppyPaw, so he's just kind of going for it. And this is a matchup that you would never ever see this pre-patch.
Yeah, I don't know. His horseman going for the raid like he always does. He would need to get some major value here, but his horseman actually stopped a little short. And meanwhile, PuppyPaw is moving forward, going to be taking out that town center pretty quickly. And there's 9 villagers inside of that wall. Archers are currently being melted.
Yeah, and we do see spearmen in that ram. They're just waiting. We do see reinforcements here. That's going to be able to deal with that. And I mean, this DC will go down, I feel like. Good micro from B, running away from those spearmen. But I mean, they're just getting getting melted.
Yep, so here we go. We got the surround. The horseman going to get the surround on the Zugnu. This is maybe good positioning, but took a while to get this, and he may lose his town center. No, he saves it the last second in natural B fashion. But there are spearmen on the front line starting to take shots at the horsemen as the archers try to target them down. Zugnu continue to fire away as PuppyPaw starts to kite back, and I think B narrowly escaped disaster there.
Yeah, B the Lord of TCs. They just never die apparently. So he always keeps them alive, just barely, you know, just enough, but it does the job. And I feel like he is trading worse and worse. I mean, the army count, if you look, PuppyPaw is winning right now, and you don't want to be fighting the Chinese archers with your own. I mean, it just doesn't work. Like, they're just better.
That ram's hitting a mining camp.
Wait, is that a wolf hitting the ram?
Well, I don't know. Is it? I want to see.
Wait, did I see a wolf just bashing? What? How?
Oh man. So I don't know if that got any damage, but he went on an attack there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, okay, look at the villager count right now. PuppyPaw is up 10 villagers, and B doesn't want to lose an army here. He can't really afford to fall behind, I don't think.
Yeah, and PuppyPaw, oh, he has that granary set up. Can we take a little peek how many farms he's got? Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
He's like, no, that's mine. And I mean, that granary is, it's really juicy. And with Chinese imperial officials, you get so many. Oh, there's more berries there. Oh, that's nice for him. He can quickly add more farms there. He can kind of be done. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Abbasid farms won't be as impactful. And PuppyPaw is ahead on villagers, by the way. So it's not a big amount, but he is ahead. And that's something to definitely note. But his food income seems very, very low now.
We kind of have this awkward thing going on where it's like, okay, the armies are on the south, and you got villagers fighting with towers on the north, and now here comes a horseman drawing a lot of idle time and picking up some villagers along the way, so this is some nice value for him. But yeah, the Zugnu continuing to push forward.
Yeah, and that's the power of cavalry, right? Like, spearmen do beat them, but then cavalry is faster. So spearmen can do this, right? You can't just send them across the map and be like, yeah, I'll just kill villagers, right? It just doesn't work. They're too slow. And, he did some damage. He killed off a couple of workers. He might even get a tower, and then he's just gonna run away.
Just gonna run into the spearmen?
I just want to say that there's a research being done on that mill right there that should have maybe been done a bit earlier. And that is a wheelbarrow for PuppyPaw that's just going up now.
Yeah, that's, I think I've learned today that PuppyPaw really hates wheelbarrow, or he very specifically likes getting it later on in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely helps with these kinds of run-bys and trying to run away from horsemen. It helps quite a bit, and that is a lot of workers on wood. Holy guacamole.
Yeah. Yep, and we got a tower built there, upgraded though, while the spearmen are advancing in. I think kind of unfortunate he ran all those horsemen into the spearmen. Obviously, must have been looking at something else there. And it's a late day, right? These players have been going all day, and it's not surprising to see some small mistakes like that. It seems amplified when we're casting it, but I mean, all of us probably have way more mistakes than that in most of our games, except for Beastyqt, of course.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's right. Especially if you're multitasking. No, I meant for the making mistakes part. Especially if you're multitasking at like 4 different sides. Like, there's no way you can micro everything perfectly, right? You're just trying to basically minimize your errors, right? Instead of playing it perfectly, because that's not really possible. So, and we do see another little engagement here, but I feel like the archers are going to be losing out again. But meanwhile, at the north side, I think the Chinese will be losing out his army there.
Yep, and we've got the villagers fighting. What is the archers fighting? Around 28 archers versus 39 Zugnu, and we also have upgraded tower. I think the upgraded tower is gonna be fine. The horseman moving in to do a raid. He doesn't really want to. He hasn't been engaging the Zugnu with horsemen. He's just been running around and raiding with them. And there's a surprise for him sitting there.
Yeah, that's enough units to deal with that. And I mean, he might pick up something there. I think this TC is still not going to die. It's going to survive barely. Eventually, it's going to just pull the workers and defend it. But, this is the kind of games that B loves to play. Like, this is, again, it's very messy. It's not organized. It's not like who's out-micring who. It's like horsemen's running into that ram. Archers are fighting on this side. See that? Like, PuppyPaw usually doesn't make mistakes like these, right? But when you have someone trying to make the game like this on purpose, it's very hard to
We gotta follow that town center. Is it gonna survive? Is it gonna survive? The master of keeping town centers alive. What would you think?
Oh my God.
How does he do it?
Amazing. He does it again.
That is very, very impressive. He needs to rename himself to I don't know, something about a town center.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Lord of TCs.
Yeah, TC Lord.
Yeah, we need a TC Lord. Marine Lord versus TC Lord would be a good match.
And we got these archers moving forward. B is actually aging up right now, and right now villager count is even, but look at the military count. There's 50 Zugdu currently on the map, and horsemen just kind of, like you said, raiding everywhere for the moment. Are those villagers up on the northern gold mine? I think they are. They're up there chilling.
Yeah, they've been there for a while. I think they took probably a good chunk of gold out there, and you know, it doesn't matter now, but maybe in 40 minutes.
A house. Just in case.
I love how he was housed, right? And then he decided to click in the corner of the map and build a house there. And that's, you know, that's like a muscle memory. Like, you don't really think like, oh, I should make a house there. You just try to do as many things as fast as you can. And, you know, still feudal. 21 minutes into the game, both players. Although B just taking up right now.
Yep,
and that's what I mean. When you get enough of them, they kill the horsemen too.
Yeah, they kill everything. But as B hits the third age, this could change. Town Center getting rammed once again. Actually, both players have a ram there. Look at the archer count. 35 for B versus it's 52 Zignu. I don't know how many are actually in this fight.
Pull the boar. Pull the boar.
Oh, the boar is just watching in the middle.
Shoot the boar.
Peacefully hanging out.
He's not.
They don't want to anger him. They you don't want him to go the wrong way.
The boar's just standing there. I dare you to hit me.
He doesn't care about being in the middle of the volleys of archers. Just don't target him.
He's just chilling, enjoying his life. Okay, the TC is going down once again. I can already tell you guys it's not gonna go down. It's gonna survive on like 3 health, and it's gonna get repaired up. You know, the classic.
Yep, there's no way this TC dies. Maybe this time. Are there any villagers in that town center?
No, I don't think so. But, I'm sure. 100% it's gonna. Yeah, there it is. Look, 100%.
Oh, I don't know. He might get it.
Oh,
it's close one.
Is it time?
It's down. Doing everything else. He's repairing it, and it survives. TCB does it again.
Someone suggested in the chat 3 TCB.
Yeah, 3 TCB.
That's a good name, actually.
Oh, that's great. That's be a good Smurf account name.
Yeah.
Okay.
EC Lore does it again.
So B is in the third age. He has 129 villagers versus PuppyPaw. Has a little bit of villager advantage in tech camp. Look at these. This was a feudal age battle where both players were almost at pop max.
Yeah, I mean 140 villagers in feudal. Like this is, you know, it's pretty out there. What I find surprising is, by the way, no walls from PuppyPaw on the north side, right? He's been raided the whole time. I feel like a little line of walls would, you know, do wonders there.
Oh, a mangonel.
He is aging up as well.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
So we're going to see probably some nested bees and mangonel action here. But B has it first. Let's see if he can get a volley off before he sees it. He must be expecting it might be coming. Hits a shot, no spread, but I don't think it maybe just took out a spearman or two. Looks like he's going to get another shot off there, but it hits one lone spearman, so not the ideal volleys, but B looks like he has some military control here as the Lancers have now entered the battlefield with the Springald being built on the front line.
Yeah, B has a little bit of a timing here because the upgrades for PuppyPaw are not finished. I'm not sure if he's using Imperial Officials to boost him, but he is making a lot of Lancers on his own. But this is kind of like a little timing he has, and I'm surprised he's not going for nested bees.
What is that? What's that? The mangonel, it rolled to the front line. Oh man, that was a loss there.
Melted. He's still no upgrade is not done yet, so he's still fighting like feudal versus castle, basically archer fights, and he's slowly but surely getting overwhelmed.
Yep, this archer's continuing. I mean, look at that archer mass for B right now, but we do have some knights pushing forward, and I don't think he has anything to really defend against those at the moment. So, it's been a lot of damage. What? Now, hold on a second. That ram could win the game. I mean, there's only 2 landmarks to kill.
I don't know where that guy came from, but he is going for it. I mean, he is producing a lot of Lancers, but I feel like a lot of his units are just coming out here and just dying without anything really really happening. So that's something he needs to be careful about. And still not as the base. PuppyPaw, look at his resources.
Oh, and he taps out. B taking the series 3-1. Congratulations to 3TCB for what was a wild game there, I think, in the last one. But congratulations to him. Definitely a big accomplishment considering PuppyPaw is an already qualified Red Bull Wololo Legacy player.
Yeah. Good job by B. PuppyPaw, I think he got caught right there, and sometimes this happens where, you know, you're entering castle a bit later, your upgrade hits a bit later, and then everything from opponent finishes. You get a 1 or 2 mango shots. His production was there, so every time his units came out, they just got insta killed. And you know, having resources is good, but not having enough production or not being able to like gather your units and actually you know, defend yourself can be pretty rough. And yeah, I mean, B, like I said, making the game super messy. That's his style. He loves counterattacking everywhere, and he managed to win with it in the end.
Yep, and it looks like we have B on the line for an interview. We'll make it a quick one since he's been going all day, but let's hop on over there into that channel. Hello, B. Congratulations.
Hi guys, hi.
Man, that last game was wild. We've been I'm sure maybe you'll get to catch a little bit of the cast later, but been just impressed at your ability to keep these town centers alive.